joining us for the IEEE Computer Society Standards webinar series, brought to you by the Standards Activities Board. With over 225 standards that transform the way we live, work, and communicate, the IEEE Computer Society sets the standard for design automation, simulation, testing technologies, Ethernet and Wi-Fi, quality assurance processes, systems architecture, DevOps, and more. Standards deliver best practice processes for developing market-ready interoperating systems, products, and services. You can have an impact by joining one of the over 200 IEEE Computer Society Standards working groups. Participating in one of the working groups grants you access to information that reduces risks, increases proficiency, and shapes the future of the industry. Help determine what's next in computing technology. Learn more about our standard working groups at computer.org/standards.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to today's webinars from our Standard Activity Board series, and today's webinars from the IEEE Computer Society Standard Activity Board's Metaverse Working Group and the IEEE Metaverse Initiatives from the IEEE Future Direction Committee. My name is Edward Au, and I'm the Vice President for Standard Activities of the IEEE Computer Society. Before we get started, I would like to address some housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded. You can ask any questions in the Q&A box you see on your screen. The speaker will answer as many questions as possible. When submitting a question, please reference the slide. A copy of the slide and the recorded webinar will be emailed to you tentatively tomorrow. Circling back to today's presentation, as many of you may know, Metaverse already plays an important role for constructing the digital worlds. There are actually lots of interesting research and development on Metaverse, including here in the IEEE and the IEEE Computer Society. In this webinar, we are happy to share with you not only one of our latest Metaverse-related standard activities in our society, but also in the Metaverse Initiative from the IEEE Future Direction Committee. To avoid further ado, I would like to introduce our speakers with you today. Dr. Ming Ni is a research professor of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. He is currently the chair of the IEEE Computer Society Metaverse Working Group and the IEEE Computer Society Blockchain Standard Committee. He is very active in IEEE SA, the IEEE Standard Association, with lots of leadership role in the past and currently. And also, he is also the convener of the ISO IEC JSEG 15 Metaverse Standardization Evaluation Group. Professor Cecilia Metcher, whom I believe many of you may know, is our 2019 president of the Computer Society, and she is currently the chair of the Metaverse Initiative of the IEEE Future Directions Committee. Cecilia is a very active volunteer and plays an important leadership role not only in the Computer Society, but also in the IEEE. To name a few, she was the 2022 to 2023 IEEE Director, Division 5. She is currently the 2024 IEEE Director-elect Division 8 and will be the 2025 to 2026 IEEE Director of the same division. She is an IEEE Fellow, an IEEE Computer Society Golden Cohort member, and a member of the IEEE Honor Society IEEE HKN. She received 2 Meritorious Service Awards, a Certificates of Appreciation, and the Spirit of the Computer Society Award from the Computer Society. As the last reminder, please note that as per the IEEE Standard Activities Board, as per the IEEE Standard Association Standard Board Operation Manual, at webinars here, any individual presenting information on IEEE standards shall make it clear that their views should be considered as the personal views rather than the formal position, explanation, or interpretation of the IEEE. Now I will give the floor to Dr. Lee to start the presentation. Dr. Lee, thank you so much for joining us today, especially during your travel, but I believe many of us want to know the latest standard development related to Metaverse under your leadership. Please go ahead, Dr. Lee.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thanks for IEEE Computer Society and the Metaverse Initiative to host this event. and I will introduce some idea about my thought of Metaverse standardization. As Edward just said, I'm working in Hong Kong Polytechnic University. I'm also the chair of IEEE Computer Society Blockchain Standard Committee. So, as everyone know, a lot of international giants are jumping into the metaverse and treating metaverse as the future. As someone joking that all the company work on IT industry is working for NVIDIA because the chip, the OpenAI and the other AI company are all working for NVIDIA, and a lot of company work in different industry. For example, Roblox focus on the gaming, and the Decentraland focus on social media, social network, and Facebook focus on social media. They are all named as metaverse. So, what is metaverse? We need to know what is metaverse and what should we do in the future in metaverse industry. And we did a lot of research before last year, and many experts from the internet, academic, and industry proposed the understanding about metaverse. For example, the Snow Crash, they gave some description about Metaverse, and the Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, provide some understanding about Metaverse, like the word in the slides marked by red. And from all of the understanding about from the experts, so they are all talk about Metaverse in different perspective, and the main character of the Metaverse is the ecosystem, and is the interactive between virtual and the real world. And so I think we need a lot of work on standardization to build the benchmark of the definition for Metaverse industry. And until now, there are so many country published policy document on Metaverse. For example, US CRS released the Metaverse concept and issues and for Congress. And many famous research groups predict the development of the Metaverse industry. Citibank is the most optimistic. They predict that maybe reach between trillion and 13 trillion dollar in 2030. Also, we could find the Metaverse application in many fields such as finance and manufacturing and so on. And it also cover the whole industry chain from chip, device, software, platform, and user. So the main country are all pay more attention to Metaverse. It will promote the global digital economy. So the Metaverse industry develop fastly, and all the industry will enter into Metaverse. And from this picture, we can see Metaverse can use has been used into so many different industry, such as some semi-worth energy and industry, even art and education, gaming. I bought VR glasses in my home, and every time I practice the sport game, and just like a real, and it will take it will take me an hour, and it's the same effect with running outside. And from the picture of upright, so a guy take a gun and glasses, wear glasses to playing the game. So we can see from this picture, and there are three contents and property asset and the device, wearable device, and the motion capture device, and space sensing device. Of course, they should be supported by software and the infrastructure. So Metaverse is not just a software or not a 3D game. It's a ecosystem, or it's a it's a totally integration between software and the infrastructure and the sensor device. So we need a lot of standard to connect all the system platform and device. And right now, there is no any standard in Metaverse. No. I mean, not much standard in Metaverse industry, and without the standard and uh, uh, no ethic governance and no asset identification and no interoperability between different platform and no the common concept for improve the understanding of the different parties. Sorry. And we can see if we build the standard, we can establish the industry consensus and common concept, and we can also identify the basic benchmark and requirement and the other issues, and then we can build the connection and integrate different platform and software, and the connection, the coordination between different parties. So Metaverse has entered the industry, and it is in the stage of exploring. So there will be more application in the future requires the support of standardization. So from last year, we started a standard named as recommended practice for Metaverse ecosystem. The scope is to define the reference model for economics based on Metaverse-related technology and application, including functional components, digital assets, and digital structure, and so on. So the purpose is to recommended practice defines conceptual models and so on. And until now, I think maybe we have 3 meetings already. We have the draft structure. So today I can introduce some of them to the audience. In this standard, I think we need to propose the key factor for the Metaverse ecosystem first. After analysis, so I think maybe we need the identification and role and responsibility, and together with the assets and the activity, just like the real physical world, a man need a person need need an ID, and he will play some role and take some responsibility in environment, and of course he will take some money with him, and every day he will take some activity. And for activity, I think in the Metaverse it will be shown as the data. So the 4 factors for the key element need to be addressed to show that all Metaverse projects should be considered. That means if you want to build a Metaverse platform or software, you need to care about the identification, rules, assets, and data at first. And then we are figuring out the ecosystem for Metaverse. And the ecosystem should be divided into 4 layers from technical system, content system, and ecosystem, economy system, and the governing system. So Metaverse is an ecosystem. It's not just VR glasses. It's not just a 3D game. It should be an ecosystem that's requiring the integration of technology, content, economy, and governing through the standard approach. So, for example, the governing system in the virtual or digital world, there should be some rule or regulation to direct the activity or event. Otherwise, there may be some bad thing happen. So for example, the copyright protection, digital authorization, and so on. And I think the most important is the digital asset in the economy system layer. So without the asset, it just be maybe a 3D game like the internet right now. And for the first layer, technical system layer, so we divide the structure in 5 layers from the network layer and the system layer. The system layer will be the integration of big data, cloud computing, AI, blockchain, and all the new generation technology. From my point of view, all the new generation technologies are not the single technology. They will be combined into together to form the infrastructure of the next generation, maybe Web 3. So we need to consider them as together as one technology, but not think about them individually. And the third layer is the survey layer, and a lot of the asset management and ID management and so on should be put into this layer. And the application layer involves the application in different industry, for example, the social media, the education, and so on. And the space layer is most important for Metaverse ecosystem because, as I know, we have no this kind of layer in the Metaverse structure right now. But we need a lot of device to capture our motion or get the wireless device connection. So we need the space layer to involve the interaction, touching facilities, and all the devices in the physical space. Of course, we have not. In the future, we will have a lot of metaverse. So the metaverse system should be connected to each other. So we need a lot of standard to provide the interoperability and the circulation of data assets. So from this technical model, we can see a lot of space that standard can provide values. And for the content layer, we provide a content model. So data content is most important for performing most metaverse system, and the graphic and images should be provided excellent experience for customer. Maybe we need the digital content creating and coding and identification, and we also need storage and confirmation of rights, and we can issue a digital asset and trading and marketing. For the economy model, so data asset life cycle is the core activity for Metaverse to involve more participants. So without the assets, so it's just a game. So if we put the asset or digital currency into the Metaverse system, so it's like a kind of real world. And it will motivate related parties to contribute their efforts and build the ecosystem. So the economy models could be start from asset creation, for example, create a picture, music, game props, a digital land, maybe represented by NFT. So the second step is asset proof of existence. So we need the association authentications and certification verification. And the third phase is asset exchange. We need to push the digital asset circulate in the ecosystem. So we need decentralized the exchange, maybe centralized exchange and pricing custodian wallets. So the last one, the digital assets can be used into different scenarios. So for the last one, the governing model, should be constructed based on laws, ethics to provide a security and fairness environment for users. And it should be involved into content compliance and financial regulation. And also it will follow the physical and digital rules. For example, the apple dropped from the tree onto the earth. So it should be showing in physical world, and the digital world also should follow this kind of rule. And last, I hope we can build a matrix between the factors and the components. For example, we have the factors, full factors like role, responsibility, identity, asset, and data. And the main components for layer, technology, and content, economy, and governance. And if we build this matrix, everything will go too deep. And all the detailed information should be analysis, and it will present a lot of necessary information. So so the matrix may be create for the best practice to help the to improve the understanding for metaverse industry parties, and for help the developers and help the policymakers to get more understanding about metaverse industry. That is our work. I hope we can construct new economy model and to improve social common understanding and encourage technical innovation and promote the digital transformation by standard. That is our work. So we are working on it. We'll welcome more experts to join us. This is my email. Feel free to contact me. Thank you.
Okay, Thank you so much, Dr. Lee, for the presentation about the why we need standardization and your current working group's process. And as I mentioned, we will have a quick Q&A for one or two questions before I give the floor to Cecilia. So actually, I received a question already. So Ming, actually, one audience asked a very generic question. They actually want to know what's the difference between Metaverse and AR or VR. Do you have any insightful opinion on that?
Okay, so from my opinion, I think maybe, for example, you have the mobile phone and you have the internet. So you can't say that mobile phone is the internet. It is just a device to connect to internet to get the content from the internet. So we are building the next internet. We are not building the mobile phone. And we are like the mobile phone, and Metaverse like the internet. On the other hand, maybe they are together. They are not separate. The internet should be get the content used by the mobile phone, like the VR glasses. We have the Metaverse ecosystem including the platform, the infrastructure, and the device. Meaning well the VR glasses. So I think this is the relationship between VR glasses and the Metaverse ecosystem.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your insightful comment. So perhaps let us have more Q&A after Cecilia's presentation. So Dr. Lee, I will invite you back online after Cecilia's presentation. Thank you so much. So now our next speaker is, you're welcome. So now our next speaker is Cecilia. Cecilia, thanks again for accepting our invitation to deliver a presentation on the IEEE Metaverse Initiative. Actually, I believe many of us, including myself, are very eager to know more about this initiative under your leadership. So now you have the floor, and then we will listen to all your latest development. Thank you so much, Cecilia.
Thank you very much, Ed, for organizing this webinar, and good afternoon to everyone. So I'm very glad and honored to introduce all of you what we are doing within the IEEE Metaverse Initiative from the IEEE Future Directions. I'm co-chairing this initiative together with Steve Dukes and Juivika Ranavera. And I would like to thank our program director from IEEE, Sinku and Hawkins. And again, thanks a lot to Ed for organizing this webinar. So, as we all know, and we heard also from the presentation of Professor Lee, the metaverse can be defined in different ways. And the way I see it is as a, let's say, a new layer bridging the gap between the real world and the digital ones. And today we already have tools enabling several things, just like a very accurate digital emulation of the real world, for instance, for product design, or an augmented reality experience, for instance, for educational purposes, or natural language interaction with a virtual assistant, for instance, for work support, or the creation of a coupled digital twin of a real entity, for instance, for predictive maintenance, or to provide financial services using blockchain technology, and much more. And the metaverse will include and connect these already existing but still separated capabilities into a unified environment consisting of interoperable digital and real worlds with inclusive accessibility to all. And as we know, AI plays a critical role in enabling the metaverse by providing human interaction with the metaverse, for instance, through natural language communication, gesture recognition, object detection in image videos, and so on. And AI also enables a personalized experience in the metaverse, for instance, based on personal preferences, possible disabilities, and so on. So we hear a lot nowadays about AI, But I believe that all the development and achievement that are going on in AI will be actually important and instrumental to actually enable the metaverse. And so why we decided to propose, and then it has been accepted, to create an initiative, an IEEE initiative on the metaverse. And first of all, of course, we proposed this in late 2022, and the predictions were that there would have been a significant financial investment into the metaverse. And we decided to try to enable the IEEE to become the thought leader for the metaverse evolution and adoption by, first of all, defining the IEEE vision of the metaverse and identifying also key technical challenges and risk. And also to foster the collaboration within the IEEE as well as with outside the IEEE organization to address such challenges and risk. And particularly to try to, let's say, define our IEEE vision of the metaverse and identify technical challenges and risk. We are working on a white paper that will introduce our vision and what we see as challenges and risk. And we are also creating a newsletter. I will describe more about this in a few minutes, that is presenting our activities in the field. And in addition, in order to foster the collaboration within the IEEE and outside the IEEE on these topics, we also organized panels at IEEE conferences and symposium. We accepted some invitations to deliver invited speech, keynotes, and so on these issues. And also, as I will describe in more details in a few minutes, we are starting a new IEEE symposium on emerging metaverse with a wide participation from IEEE constituencies, industry, and academia. And in January 2023, we started this IEEE Metaverse Initiative, as I said, basically as an enabler for the collaboration among all IEEE constituencies, so society, council, boards, and so on, to define the metaverse vision and to identify challenges and risks that are shared by the IEEE members who contribute to this initiative, society, boards, and council. And here we can see the list of the IEEE constituencies who already agreed to support the initiative, and hopefully more will be added. And so we have the IEEE Computer Society and all these other society, and of course, the IEEE Standard Association, and we're fostering a strong collaboration with the Standard Association. And of course, for all of you who are participating in this webinar, if you're interested in this topic, please join us by clicking on this Stay Connected with IEEE Metaverse Initiative button that you will find at this link. This slide reports the steering committee of the IEEE Metaverse. As anticipated, I'm co-chair together with Judy Caranavera and Steve Dukes. And then you see in this list several key leaders from several companies and academia. And the mission statement of the IEEE Metaverse Initiative is reported here. So again, the goal is to promote the integration of the digital and the physical world through the metaverse, opening new opportunities for individuals and industries that could benefit their professional, personal, and social life. And also we are fostering collaboration, and our vision is to create an accessible, inclusive, and transformative metaverse, let's say, for the benefit of humanity as per the IEEE motto. I will now present the initiatives that we are currently working on within the IEEE Metaverse. So as previously mentioned, we started a new symposium that is called IEEE International Symposium on Emerging Metaverse. It will take place on October 21st this year in Bellevue, close to Seattle. I am the general chair. The technical program chair is Louis Nisiotis from the University Central Lancashire in Cyprus. The competition chair is the co-chair initiative Juwika Ranavera from the IEEE Future Direction Committee. The finance chair is the initiative co-chair Steve Dukes from Imaginary Universes LLC. And the organization chair is Zinquen Hawkins from IEEE, and the publicity and communication chair is Julie Berniker, again from IEEE staff. And at this single-day symposium, we already have some confirmed keynote speakers. We have very prestigious keynote speakers. Gerard Kress is a Siemens Senior Vice President, Accelerator Portfolio and Digital Business. Yervan Zorian, Synopsys Fellow and Chief Architect and President of Synopsys Armenia. And Tom Furness, Professor Emeritus at the University of Washington in Seattle. And we also have outstanding invited speakers. Some are already confirmed, and they are Mar Gonzalez Franco, who is a research scientist manager at Google, and Leonardo Chiariglione, CEO of CDO.net. We are organizing some panels, and we are working on a panel on the metaverse technical challenges. The organizer of the panel is Joitika Tavales, Synopsys Director and President of IEEE Computer Society this year. We are working on a panel on the metaverse standards and governance that is organized by Stephen Dukes, the co-chair of our initiative, and Nikolai Leong, Qualcomm Senior Director, Multimedia Standards Lead. And we are working also on a panel on metaverse adoption for education that is being organized by Arnold Pierce, who is KTH Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden, chair of the Department of Learning and Engineering Sciences, and a panel on the metaverse industrial applications that is going to be organized by Deja Milojic, who is a past president of IEEE Computer Society. He works at Hewlett-Packard Labs and is a Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Fellow and Vice President. And in addition to this, we listen to the presentation of the accepted peer-reviewed technical papers and posters that will be published on IEEE Explore. In addition to our current activities related to conferences, we also have some activities in education. We have a metaverse challenge for semiconductor education. The challenge chair is the co-chair of the initiative Juwika Ranavera. This is organized in collaboration with the IEEE Global Semiconductors ad hoc, and the goal is to create a virtual platform to emulate some of the steps of chip fabrication for educational purposes. It is open to all university students worldwide, and we will have up to 2 awardees that will be recognized and acknowledged at our new conference in Seattle in October. And also we are doing some activities from the point of view of publications. As previously mentioned, we are currently working on a white paper, a position statement about our IEEE vision of the metaverse and key challenges and risks that we identify for the metaverse. We are about to start with newsletters that will include information on our upcoming activities in the field, and also will post the link to recent articles in the field. And in addition, we will have the proceedings of our new symposium on the metaverse that will be published on IEEE Explore. In addition, very important, as mentioned before, we are interested in trying to promote and foster the development of standards in the field of metaverse. We heard from Professor Lee how many challenges are there. And of course, we all agree that it's very important to have standards and also regulations to make it possible, the metaverse, and let's say a good metaverse. And so we are trying to foster the collaboration to develop new standards in the field, and also we plan to develop resources to map and summarize the complex metaverse standards landscape. These are basically our current activities, what we are working on within the IEEE Metaverse Initiative these days. We did several activities also in the previous months of 2024 and last year, 2023. We deliver invited presentation at IEEE meetings and conferences. We organize panels at IEEE Symposium. We deliver virtual roundtables and webinars. I will quickly go through them. So to start, I've been very honored and glad to deliver an invited visionary talk at the Design Automation Conference in 2023, addressing AI hardware reliability and safety challenges to enable the future metaverse. It has been a great honor for me to have been invited for this, and we receive very important feedbacks from the numerous audience. Also, last year, I had the honor to deliver a presentation as division director at that time at the Region 8 meeting in Bucharest, Romania, and I've been glad and honored to, of course, mention our activity also within the IEEE Metaverse Initiative. And also, we organized an in-person panel at the IEEE European Test Symposium in 2023 that took place in Venice, in Italy, addressing challenges for the metaverse hardware. And it has been, I've been a co-organizer of the panel and moderator, and it has been a great honor to be able to organize this panel with such prestigious speakers, as you can see here. So we had Alessandro Cremonesi, who is the Chief Innovation Officer and Executive Vice President at ST Microelectronics, Riccardo Rocatelli, Functional Safety Architect at Intel Corporation, Juwika Ranavera, who is co-chair of the initiative, Anna Zakharevska, who is a Senior Principal Engineer at Dell Technology, and Yervan Zoria, Chief Architect and Fellow at Synopsys. Also this year, our co-chair initiative, Juwika Ranavera, delivered an invited talk on bridging technology and humanity to cultivate an inclusive metaverse at the IEEE Latin American Electron Device Conference in Guatemala. I participated again to the Region 8 meeting this year in Vienna, and I've been delighted and honored to present our initiative there. Roberto Saracco delivered an invited talk on future technologies and metaverse at the IEEE Technology and Engineering Management Society Latin America Industry Forum last year. And this year in April, we also had a technology roundtable dealing with the user adoption of the metaverse. And this has been conducted using a browser-based virtual environment. It has been organized by Luis Nisiotis from University Central Lancashire, Cyprus. It has been moderated by this year IEEE President Tom Coughlin. And the speakers, we had Jyoti Katavale, again, President of Computer Society this year, and Director and Principal Architect at Synopsys, Mar Gonzalez Franco, Computer Scientist and Neuroscientist at Google, and Nicolas Knapp, co-founder of Ismark Labs. And you can see here some pictures of the avatars of the speakers and moderator and avatars of the attendees. We also had a webinar presented by Roberto Saracco on industrial metaverse in July 2023, and actually even much more activities than the one that I listed here for brevity in the previous months of 2024 and last year. So this is basically the summary of what we have been working on and what we are working these days to try to foster the creation of a future metaverse that could be as more inclusive and as possible. And so I thank you for your attention, and I really hope that those of you who have interest in this topic and who are participating to this webinar could have time and could be interested in joining us. And this can be done by a simple click on Stay Connected with the IEEE Metaverse Initiative at this link. And of course, everyone is welcome to join our numerous already team. And of course, everything is free of charge. So again, I hope you will join us. Thanks a lot, and I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Cecilia, for all the information about the initiative. And before I bring Ming to be online for joy Q&A, actually, I already have two questions for you, Cecilia. Actually, one of the audience actually asked after the Seattle conference, do you already have plan for any other conference after the October time frame? I mean, is there any new conference coming up in the early, I mean, in late 2024 or in early 2025? They are very eager to know that.
Thank you for the question. So this one that I mentioned is a new symposium that we are starting this year, and that hopefully we will be able to continue also in 2025. And I hope that those who are interested could join us this year, and of course also next year. So of course the submission for technical papers is already over, and the program chair is working on the technical program that will be soon put on the website. And for other conferences, not other conferences that we have time to organize starting from zero. This is a pretty new one. But of course, there are several conferences that are addressing the different key challenges that we know need to be faced to create the metaverse. And so, for instance, within the Computer Society, we have several conferences that are addressing key technological challenges, but similarly also for several other societies. Especially if we think about AI as an enabler of the metaverse, of course, almost, I would say all conferences that I know are now addressing challenges related to AI. And similarly, also, we have a conference immediately after our conference that is on mixed, the IEEE International Symposium on Mixed and Augmented Reality, co-located with us. And so you can check on the calendar of conference from IEEE and Computer Society and all other societies, so IEEE. For our initiative, we have this new one that we start this year. Hopefully we will continue next year. And probably we will focus on a single conference, maybe.
Great, thank you so much. So I actually also in the audience chat box, I also copy and paste the website of the IEEE Metaverse, because in your initiative website there are lists of events, so the audience can keep track of their events from your website. But thank you so much, Cecilia. And actually, another question, maybe more on the because you talk about the October conference. Actually, I believe Tyler, who is also very active in the standard, he actually want to know rather the panel maybe already formulates or not, because he actually asked rather those metaverse standard related article could be considered as the part of the IEEE Metaverse framework and also discussed in the conference. Do you believe it is better for me to connect Tyler with Dr. Leung so that they can discuss on that one?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the panel chair, yeah. No problem. Yeah, Tyler, I will connect you with the chair for more. I mean, the panel the panel chair for more discussion for this one. Tyler, thanks for your comments. So let me invite both Cecilia and Ming here online for a joy Q&A on any topics or questions related to metaverse. So so I have a question from Dan. Dan actually asks, what do you see as the interaction between metaverse and a digital chain? So Cecilia, do you want to answer this question first this time? And then the next question I will ask Ming to do first. So Cecilia, do you want to answer a question first about the interaction between metaverse and digital chain?
Digital twin, you said? Yes.
Correct.
So honestly, these days we hear a lot of definition, and there are probably we should also clarify the terminology. From my point of view, digital twin is a component of the metaverse. Especially if we think, as I mentioned, couple digital twins. So digital twin that is synchronized with the reality that is copying. So this is an example of interoperable real and digital world. So I think the digital twin is a good example of the metaverse. But somehow the metaverse, at least in my mind, goes also beyond the digital twin. There is also the issue of accessibility, inclusivity, accessibility to all, different ways to access. Right now, we are still using a keyboard or just image recognition and voice recognition. So we are advancing quickly, but so somehow the metaverse will be broader and broader. But digital twin is a good example of what the metaverse will enable. And as I said, I think it is part of the metaverse.
Thank you, Cecilia. Ming, so what is your perspective about the interaction between metaverse and digital twin?
Yeah, I agree with Cecilia. Yeah, I believe that digital twin is a kind of application in Metaverse ecosystem, and especially for manufacturing industry, and it will like a mirror simulate the real world data to the digital world data to save the cost and improve improve the performance, and a lot of benefits can be get from digital twin. However, it's just a kind of scenario in Metaverse ecosystem. It has no economy, economy, finance, data asset. Maybe it could be talk like data asset, but the main idea for digital twin is to simulate the data physical world to the data world to get more performance. That is my opinion.
Great. The next question from Bruce is actually more on the standard. So I will ask Ming to adjust it. So Ming, Bruce asked, what are some of the emerging standards in the ecosystem regarding AI, visualization, human-computer interaction? Because I know that Ming, you are very active not only in IEEE, but also ISO for Metaverse standard. So do you have any practical information you can share with Bruce about some of the standard related to AI, visualization, and human computer interaction related to Metaverse?
Yeah, that's a good question for me. I'm also the commander of ISO IEC G15. The group is focused on develop a proposal to get the conclusion. What should we do in the standardization for ISO and IEEE? And until now, we didn't get any conclusion for that. But for me, if we go to AI or blockchain or IoT, so that is maybe the wrong way for Metaverse. Metaverse is the assemble of all the new generation technology, and the standardization for Metaverse cannot involve the AI, blockchain, IoT. It should be find another key topic to solve the problem, like the integration between AI and blockchain, the integration between AI and the device of for example, the motion capture, and the integration between the different scenario. For example, if we have an avatar in this in one platform, how can we move this avatar to another platform without any changes? We can use the same avatar to to access different platform. That is the main topic for me to solve by standardization, but not AI. A lot of standardization organization focus on AI, blockchain. For example, ISO TC 307 is the standardization for blockchain. So we will not go to AI and blockchain. We will go to maybe the integration of all the new generation technology.
Okay, great. And related to digital chain, I believe Carol, who is also very active in the standardization from the Consumer Technology Society side, also have some comments offline to share with the group. But anyway, I have another question from an audience that may be a little bit challenging question, but it would be good for open discussion. Actually, an audience asked, what's the difference between Metaverse and Web 3.0? Is there any difference or similarity? So maybe Ming, you go first, because I know that you also actively participate and contribute to Web 3.0. But yeah, then I will ask Cecilia also to comment. So Dr. Lee, from your point of view, what's the difference or similarities between Metaverse and Web 3.0?
Actually, I'm not good at reference zero. Well, Metaverse, how to say, I'm not good at in that area, and I think maybe I can answer this question in general. So all the elements and all the different application can use can use Metaverse methodology to update their ecosystem, and the Metaverse can have the mechanism or methodology to improve the performance. And maybe from my understanding, the future, we can create a new digital world. The digital world can interact between the physical and the digital world, and we are building the digital space right now, and everything can be put it into the digital world. Whatever digital twin or healthcare and education, all the industry, all the technology should be integrated and support the digital world construction.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ming. Cecilia, do you want to comment on this question? I mean, because there are always some similarity and difference between these two things, and people just want to have your personal opinion on that.
Yes, I also agree with Lee that probably, so we will see how the future will go, but the metaverse somehow may be considered as including all these technologies. And so basically, I think the key point of the metaverse is really the synchronization of all digital technologies and the real entity. And I hope also another key point will be to guarantee an inclusive accessibility to all, which is not true yet for all our digital technology. So it's really a matter of integration, and I think the standardization and also regulations will be key in order to guarantee that everything evolves, I would like to say, in the right way. So in a way that is for the benefit, let's say, of our humanity. And if I can add, I noticed now the question you mentioned before from Trey. I'm sorry, I was not able to read. I didn't understand in details. So about our symposium, so we will have a panel on standards and governance. Nikolai Lang, together with Steve Dukes, are organizing that. So we don't know yet the details about which specific standards will be discussed, but I would be glad to provide more information, let's say, probably in some weeks. I will check with them.
Okay, great. And I believe we are now running out of time now. So let me conclude the webinar. Once again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Lee and also Cecilia for joining us today and sharing what is going on in the world of metaverse standards in the computer society and also in the future direction committee. And you can always use your search engine to search about the latest events from our computer society and also from the IEEE Metaverse initiatives. But if you want a better pointer, please feel free to let me know and we will provide all the connection with all of you. And lastly, quick programming notes. The IEEE Computer Society will host 2 different webinars in the near future. On September 5, you can join us for a career webinar, cross-cultural communication and global tech teams. Hopefully, after this career webinar, you will learn from our speaker some of important practical skills you can put to work intermediately to overcome any cultural barriers and enhance communications across technical teams all over the world. On September 11, please join us for a technical webinar that the speaker will talk about the current industry trends from the computer software domain, their challenge and revolutions. Once again, I would like to thank our speakers and our society staff and the FTC staff for joining us today and for all of you for attending and for a lively Q&A discussion that I sincerely appreciate. Thank you again and have a great rest of your day. And as I mentioned, you will receive the recording and the slide in the very near future. Thank you so much. Bye now.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.